So welcome back to Dirk Island. This segment is worth watching. We are talking about the Conversations with a Killer, the Netflix documentary about Ted Bundy and the Ted Bundy Tapes. Apologies for the sunglasses. I have a swollen eye. And
I'm wearing them in solidarity.
Yes, of course. So what's the verdict, Alec? Watching?
This is worth watching. I would give it a solid 8.
Do you want the sign?
Yes, worth watching. I mean, this is a fantastic documentary, especially for anyone like me who weirdly finds serial killers fascinating. I mean, this is a portrait of one of the most famous and most disturbing guys that's ever been out there that we know of. So yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I would say worth watching as well. Now, just to explain kind of our rating system, it's not that we are giving it an 8 because it's worse, than a 10, but 8 is basically if you like documentaries, if you like true crime, this is worth watching.
Yes.
And it's a very high rating in that respect. Now, it's not. We would give 9s and 10s to things that are more like Anyone on Earth, whether you like watching documentaries or not.
Yes.
You got to go out and see this because it's going to change your life, or it's going to vastly impact the way that you can see the world. If you have trouble watching this genre, or even watching, this is a fairly long documentary, 4-parter, 60 minutes. It's going to be, you'll still be able to go through society without watching this, but it is for a documentary, for a view into true evil. This is the clearest and creepiest portrait I've ever seen. There is no one like Ted Bundy. Before watching this, I knew of his name, but I didn't know him. And I've seen so many true crime documentaries, so many profiles of serial killers. This one creeped me out the most, by far. And it's not only the viciousness of the crimes. Many people have done many horrific crimes. It's the charisma of Ted Bundy.
Yes.
That is the thing that I've never seen before, and it's the reason that I've said many times, if we had like even 10 Ted Bundys, you might fear going out. It's just because he is so horrible to be the combination of capable, sophisticated, and excellent liar. You can't even tell. If you didn't know that he did the crimes, it would be hard to believe he did, because it's unlike anything. And if that was the way society was, if anyone who you ever met who was slick, sophisticated, capable could also be the most horrific murder, and if you didn't actually catch them in the act, they would basically you'd be like, I could not even picture that he was capable of this. And that's really the thing that I think is the enduring lesson of this and why it is worth watching. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's the TV movie version of a serial killer, except for it's all real. That juxtaposition between outwardly charming and underneath the surface as vicious of a killer as they come is fascinating. So with the exception of those weird people who don't like to dive deeply into psychopathic killers that are real, maybe you should sit this one out. But for people who have an appetite for that and kind of want to see this side of humanity, it's worth a watch.
I think there's just so much here to like about this documentary and why it's worth watching.
Totally agree.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you want to keep up with us, please subscribe on YouTube, and you can also watch the longer podcasts that are released every weekend on Apple Podcasts. Thanks very much.
Thanks.